Welcome to a new video from Underfishing. I will address two questions in this video. 1. What are the odds to catch a carp in a bream shoal? 2. How do breams react to coots? It was the 20th of April 2022 when I swam next to these carp. The water temperature is 10 degrees and I placed 3 kilograms of particles on the bottom. The particle mix contains hemp, sweet corn and tiger nuts. The first visitor is this coot, which has a remarkable interaction with the feeding fish, but you will see that later in the video. Then a shoal of bream arrives at the baited area after roughly 20 minutes. 30 minutes after placing the bait, the first fish starts to feed. Within the shoal of breams swims one grass carp as well. It is notable that the fish are feeding and moving at a slower pace, due to the relatively cold water. Here we have the first interaction between the coot and some breams. All the breams are gone for 7 minutes after being scared of the coot. Then the breams and the grass carp start feeding in harmony after being disturbed, but not for long. There's the terracoot again, and every fish is gone. This time it took only 3 minutes before the breams came back. They start feeding immediately. Still no sign of carp after 2 hours of filming underwater. The odds are not in favor of the carp. This clip is sped up 20 times. Watch how many breams there are. It is insane how much the behavior of the breams has changed in a few hours. First all the breams were spooked and gone for 7 minutes. Now they are feeding peacefully despite the presence of the coot. Wait, what's that? The first carp entered the baited area after 3 hours of filming and it starts feeding as well. Now the likelihood of catching a carp is increasing. But then the carp is gone. Now it's time to see how many breams there are in comparison with the carp. The speed is again times 20. Finally another carp, a decent common between the breams. This common is feeding confidently. It is catchable if we had a rig presented. Speed times 20. The common feeds close to the camera. I assume that he stays close to the bait. It looks like the carp is not fully integrated in the bream shoal. The carp is feeding on its own. Speed times 20. Now there are 3 carp in front of the camera, 1 grass carp and 2 commons. However, the spot is still dominated by breams. We can conclude that it is possible to catch a carp in a shoal of bream, but the likelihood of catching one is very low. One bream is feeding significantly close to the coot. Such a difference with the beginning of this video. Watch the reaction of the carp when the breams are getting really close to it. He leaves immediately. After 4 hours, the carp visit the spot more regularly. It is astonishing how fast the 3 kilograms of particles are eaten. Now we have 2 carp in front of the camera at the same time. It is time to make some conclusions regarding this underwater video. Firstly, it is possible to catch a carp when the breams are feeding, but it will be against the odds in this situation. However, I also had situations where I caught breams while the carp were dominantly feeding. So my rule of thumb is that I leave the swim after 3 consecutive bream takes. Secondly, the more the breams were exposed to the sound and the movement of the coot, the less they reacted on the coot. At first they were gone for 7 minutes, and at the end they were feeding together, all in a time period of 4.5 hours. But they were still afraid of the noises I produced, as you can see in the video. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe to our YouTube channel for upcoming underwater content.